Has anything really changed with the regulatory story today?
It has, certainly, that we saw from the China side that they appear to be willing to allow full access to the PCAOB on audit reviews. We don't know if they're going to differentiate between the private companies that clearly have nothing to hide versus a smaller number of state-owned enterprises, as well as CNBC.com had a great scoop stating that the Chinese regulators are also reaching out to the Chinese accounting arms of the big four U.S. accounting firms to let them know that they should prepare for this audit review. So two very strong signs there.
What happens, though, if it doesn't work and some of these stocks get delisted? Because that's been hanging over the market and the names. What would happen to your ETF?
Well, certainly it's been a significant overhang, and certainly a lot of investors are going to wait for a definitive agreement, or at least a sign from the U.S. that there is such an agreement coming. But certainly for ourselves at KraneShares within KWeb, we've already started migrating our exposure out of the U.S. ADRs into their Hong Kong equivalents. And we certainly have taken the HFCAA very, very seriously. And as stewards of our investors' capital, we've tried to protect that capital by migrating to Hong Kong.
So amid all the extreme volatility, what have you seen, Brendan, in terms of flows?
So flows continue to be quite strong. I think this is partly, Sarah, just due to many U.S. investors might not be allowed to do ADR conversions, such as we can do for KWeb. They might work for broker-dealers or custodians that don't allow it, or maybe they just don't want to hold a Hong Kong name. So our inflows are more reflective of investors hiring us to make this conversion for them.
Right. Exposure there straight to Hong Kong now. Brendan Ahern, thank you for joining us from